What's up? Just keep it simple. Today we're going to talk about food items for your lunch. And the spread that I have for you here today is basically examples from the meal plan that I provided for you. Now, our first dish is tilapia with a half of a sweet potato, steamed vegetables, and basically I want to show you how I prepare that. And right now, as you can see, we do have some food cooking here for you here. Alright, now pan with my steamed vegetables. Basically, all I did was put a little bit of water in my bowl here, put my vegetables with a little bit of seasoning, put it in my microwave for about 8 minutes, done. Okay, my tilapia, how I prepared that, basically I just marinated in some olive oil with a little bit of lemon juice and some cilantro. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with cilantro, you definitely need to have this item in your kitchen, okay? This is, it just gives your food that extra oomph. If you're looking for that extra oomph in your food, cilantro is it, okay? So you can use this on your meats, your vegetables, even in your rice. It just gives it a little bit more flavor, okay? Now, the second meal that we have is the steak. It's a spicy steak, and basically what I did was I punched holes in the meat just so that the seasoning can get through really well. So I marinate that too with some olive oil with the cilantro and a little bit of spicy seasoning. Okay? And we're going to have that with some Uncle Ben's Fast and Fancy Fine Herb and Wild Rice. And what I like about this rice, one, it's healthy, and two, it doesn't take long to cook. Probably about 10 minutes to cook. Alright? Now, I want to go over the nutritional label here with you for this rice. Alright. Serving size, a quarter of a package. Okay? You have 150 calories for that serving size. 0.5 grams of total fat. Of that 0.5 grams, you have 0.2 grams of saturated fat. No trans fat. No cholesterol, but you have 380 milligrams of sodium. Where does that sodium come from? It comes from this seasoning packet. Personally, I don't use it. My interest in this is that it's healthy and it cooks very fast. So I don't use the seasoning pack here, but if you have to use this, I would recommend you use half of the seasoning, okay? But using olive oil alone, boiling your rice in olive oil alone, basically gives you some flavor, okay? And carrying on with the label, 32 grams of carbohydrates, because of course it's the rice, 1 gram of fiber, sugar, and 4 grams of protein. So this is a nice healthy dish. Again, this is Uncle Ben's Fast and Fancy Wild Rice. Alright? So along with that dish, I'm just going to have some more steamed vegetables there. Now, the third dish, a 6-bean mix. Now, I know you guys are saying, that's a canned good. Yeah, it is a canned good. I'm going to go over this nutritional label here with you. Serving size, 1 cup. Calories, 250. Total fat, 2 grams. Of that 2 grams, you have 0.4 grams of saturated fat. No trans fat, no cholesterol, but it has a whopping 520 milligrams of sodium. Where does it come from? Well, with canned goods, they put a lot of sodium in here to preserve it because, of course, it sits on the shelf, right? So, how can you get rid of some of that salt, Tracy? I'm glad you asked. Well, just like how you clean your meats, your fruit, your vegetables, you can clean and rinse off the extra sodium or salt that's on your beans here. So basically all I did was fill my can with water and I rinsed it about 4 times. And you guys know I did the taste test. So after that 4th rinse, it was less saltier. Alright? Now if you want to pour this in a bowl and rinse your beans off, you can do that as well. But keep in mind also the fresh beans are good as well. Alright? They just take a little longer to cook. Alright? Now, carrying on with the label, 44 grams of carbohydrates, a whopping 10 grams of fiber, 1 gram of sugar, and a whopping 15 grams of protein. Now, just in case if you guys didn't know, beans are considered a protein and a vegetable. So you're getting 2 in 1. Alright? So my meat is actually done. I like my steak medium well done. Alright? So I'm just going to transfer this over. Turn my oil off. My fish is looking good. Alright. This is looking really good. And one thing extra I want to talk to you guys about is doubling up on your sodium intake. It is so easy to do. And what happens is, most people, maybe some, they put salt on their food before they even taste it. Okay? And when you do that, you're already increasing your sodium intake. So what I mean by that, let me show you an example. With this can of beans, I already knew from the nutrition label that it had 580 milligrams of sodium. So I rinsed it off. So even though I rinsed it off, I still was thinking about that 580 milligrams of sodium. Alright? Now, I'm not going to add additional salt to these beans, knowing that it already had 580 milligrams of sodium. So you follow what I'm saying? Now, even with the steak, I knew it had some sodium in it. So I'm not going to add additional salt to my plate, not even to my rice or to my vegetables. So be careful about adding more salt to your food than that's needed. So where that comes in, you being knowledgeable about the nutritional label and understanding it. See? So, I hope that information was great. And I hope it was helpful for you, alright? So, always remember, consistent, healthy eating plus exercise equals your life. Just keep it simple. Have a great day.